What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. We are ready to head into Eastpool. I got my coffee, a good night's sleep. I'm ready to rock and roll. See what dangers this place has ahead for us. Imperial Province of Rosaria.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rosfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
That was the Lord Commander, right? Who taught us how to fight, Murdoch?
I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all.
Changed a little.
Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
I'm sure we can spare 10 minutes.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah.
It's quite an uncomfortable reality based on what happened to her husband.
Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
He got cooked alive when we turned into a
This
freak the
house
first
holds a
time.
lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
Oh, we don't know, huh?
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
He also doesn't know that his mother is the one that betrayed him. He was unconscious.
I'm sorry.
Clive doesn't know any of that from his POV.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later. Hmm?
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
They both have crazy survivor skills.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest.
Right.
Good night, Clive.
This game is very
Sleep
charming.
well.
Big fan so far. He's the best boy.
Thank you, Lady Anna. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh damn. You look clean.
Before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
I'm a big fan of this gear set.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
You look very clean.
They suit you well.
Indeed.
Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
The sword is a nice touch too.
Lady Hannah.
That's so cool. Character appearance. You can now change the outward appearance of Clive and his allies. Access the hideaway's Arit Stone to try out this new feature.
If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's
Good
go.
God, that looks clean, the gauntlets. My two favorite colors, by the way, are black and red, so it's literally putting me in heaven right now.
I fear that the old road to Phoenix Gate was lost to the Blight many years ago. Have care out there, both of you.
And I definitely want to swing around and take a look around the village first. Yeah, I'd totally forgotten that from Clive's POV, he has no idea that his mother is the traitor, or that he smoked Murdoch. The friendly fire that comes out of Dominance when they transform is insane. Even in the battlefield that Jill was referring to there when she turned into the Ice Queen, when she was fighting Titan, which I think is Kapuka. That was his name. The amount of friendly fire that just happens by default with them is crazy. Just them existing and walking around amounts to insane levels of friendly fire. It's all going to be very dramatic, and I'm sure if we ever do run into our mother, I'm sure she's not going to be too thrilled to see us.
Well, aren't you dressed up smart? Especially for a bearer. Proper little prince you look.
I appreciate that. Not just us that like the new threads. That's one of our little fast travel waypoints.
Wonder if Martha could spare us a few bushels.
Yeah, I wonder if our mother is under the impression that we died at some point on the front lines. Since the rest of our unit did, I'm sure she's probably inclined to believe that. It certainly brings some ease to her conscience, I'm sure. Thinking that she doesn't have to worry about us getting back in the game. Boy, oh boy, are we gonna prove her wrong.
Not bad at all.
Now, I'm not sure when this video is gonna be coming out, but at the time of recording, it is the 14th. It is the night before the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight, and I am very uneasy about that situation. I would love nothing more than for Mike Tyson to just get Evander Holyfield flashbacks and just take care of Jake Paul very handedly. I suppose by the time this video comes out, we'll know if that happened or not. I think I'm like 10 videos behind currently.
Where are you off to then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village and your final destination.
I expect you are correct.
Take that tower. Relic of the Fallen it is. Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside. Mysterious, eh?
Let's see if we can't change that trend.
If you're buying, I'm selling.
Alright, Mr. Merchant. Invictus is currently 165, so that is chunky. Needless to say, we're going to be getting rid of the Gaia Blade.
Got anything else for
We're going to
me?
be using Invictus. It's very pretty. Goldwork sash, that can definitely go. The median cross just looks better in every way.
Oh, I won't say no.
Battle chains, worse. So we just got a flat upgrade to, what, everything? Use aerial combo by 8%. We'll keep a hold on that. Crafting. Gilbug, we know we can sell these.
Got anything else for me?
Blackblood is also for sale.
Oh, I won't say no.
Goblin coins off sale.
Got anything else for me?
Valley Mother is crafting. Okay, we're good. Now, we are going to purchase some potions before we head on, because
Here you go.
when I was playing Tide last night, I ended up burning a bunch of these.
See you then.
Restock before we face whatever we're going to be facing out here. Take a big old push to get this open.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes.
We have
The
grown up to
self-same
look quite similar.
garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers. Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to.
Isn't that pronounced Sambrequois?
Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still consider the Rosfields
Could
their
free him and
masters.
send him to the hideaway.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Seems like the least we can do while we're here. Again, I'm kind of disappointed that we don't just
Fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different.
take all these people, free them,
Especially dressed like that.
send them to Sid.
Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Perhaps they would just be safer staying here, though. They seem to have gone along pretty well so far. Being with Sid in the hideaway comes with its own dangers. They seem to have
Got anywhere else to go?
eked out a pretty peaceful existence here.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
All right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We're not here to turn anyone
We
in,
are.
don't worry.
In a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest.
Ran it into the
listen to me
ground, did she?
Telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either. Though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
We got a little taste of how she is as a ruler, or whatever, like, imperial puppet string she married.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Vicereine stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you.
It's a
We'll
nice
keep looking.
fantasy land he's living in. What is that awkward
Hey,
off glance?
Hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
Chocobo keeper.
I'm sorry, Jill.
Wouldn't happen to have our chocobo, would you?
In my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense.
He did survive
Come on,
Phoenix Gate.
Let's head for the stables.
Murdoch saw her off before we torched him by accident. It'd be a hell of a reunion if our chocobo was here.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
that's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself.
But thankfully we murder Hobart our way through the countryside on the way here, so
Ah, so that's how it is.
he's relatively
Well,
safe.
if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
You know, I did just realize from when we fought Benedicta and we killed Garuda and her, is after we killed her Garuda form, her body reappeared and we were pummeling that into fine paste, which means that when we had our little fight with Joshua, the same thing happened. So they did find body and confirmation of that kill,
Could he have strayed even further?
which is quite grim, thinking about how we were free doing what we were doing. The old man's okay. This is where we fought a dragon. I wonder if we'll have to jump in against another one.
There's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
Not to worry. Get prepared.
It's over. You're finished.
Huge fan of this new sword. What is it called? Invictus. It's a very cool looking blade. I mean, look at that thing.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Elwyn inspired a lot of loyalty, huh? Like I said, he seemed like a good king.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better.
I wish I could do something for these people.
The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord.
That's good.
Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all, she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Well, based on how this game's gone so far, I suspect Eastpool will be a burning pile of ash by the time we come back. Nothing good seems to last, at least so far. Not too hopeful this place will still be standing when we get back. That'd be too kind. Right. And make for Phoenix Gate. Finally allowed to the big old door.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil.
This is like a whole different
Last drop is
universe.
drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
Aside from the fact that it pushes all the monsters into the farmlands. So this is... The blight is like a natural sickness that's just forcing everything. It literally sucks the life out of the world. After the incorporation of Rosaria into the Empire, Emperor Sylvestra elected not to rule the new province directly, but to make it of a viceregency with the Rosalith and its provincial capital. Actually don't know how to pronounce that word. Hopefully I nailed that. Never seen that before. Now what do we have here?
What's this? Another relic of the fallen.
Something tells me we'll be back to this at some point. Actually quite excited to see what that is. That seems like fun little dungeon exploration type mechanics.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about.
Really?
As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
That's true. My magic
Take
button is
Ordinance
disabled.
life force, and problems are all that's left.
So does that mean that when we're casting magic, we're literally sucking the life force from the world to cast? That's a cool little detail. Also very cool that our magic is genuinely disabled here. It's not
I
lying.
can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
Lots and lots of cool things going down here. And I assume, now that we're out here, we can use magic again.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
The only way is forward. Alrighty, now given that we are in a huge break in the action, this does seem like it's going to be the absolute perfect spot to wrap this up and split the episode. So, thanks for watching everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there's a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Final Fantasy. Take care everybody, have a great day.